Imagine a place where the echoes of the past still linger, a place like Eastern State Penitentiary. This imposing fortress, once the most famous and expensive prison in the world, holds tales that send chills running down your spine. Built in the early 19th century, Eastern State Penitentiary was designed to inspire penitence in its prisoners, hence the name. Its radial design was a model for over 300 prisons worldwide. Yet, the isolation it imposed on its inmates was a brutal form of psychological torture. Among the many souls who languished within its walls was none other than the notorious Al Capone. Known as Public Enemy No. 1, Capone spent 8 months at Eastern State, a far cry from his lavish lifestyle. It is said that he was tormented by the ghost of a man he had killed. But Capone wasn't the only infamous character to inhabit the penitentiary. Willie Sutton, another well-known bank robber, also served time here, adding to the penitentiary's notorious reputation. As you delve deeper into the history, you uncover a myriad of ghost stories associated with this eerie place. One of the most chilling tales is of the infamous shadow figure that roams cell block 12. Some claim to have heard eerie sounds, others report seeing ghostly figures. Ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts have spent countless hours exploring the darkened halls of Eastern State Penitentiary, hoping to catch a glimpse of the supernatural. They've documented strange phenomena, from disembodied voices to chilling cold spots. A visit to Eastern State isn't for the faint-hearted. Its decaying walls and haunting atmosphere serve as a chilling reminder of a time when justice was cold and unforgiving. But for those who seek a brush with the unknown, a walk through its darkened halls is a journey into a different time, a different world. Today, the penitentiary stands as a testament to a bygone era, its stories etched into the very stones that once housed society's most hardened criminals. Eastern State Penitentiary, a chilling reminder of a time when justice was cold and unforgiving. It's a place where the echoes of the past still linger, a chilling monument to a time when justice was served with a cold, unforgiving hand. In the heart of San Jose, California, stands a monument to madness, the Winchester Mystery House. Our tale begins with a woman named Sarah Winchester, the widow of William Wirt Winchester, heir to the vast Winchester repeating arms fortune. Following the death of her husband, Sarah was left alone and wealthy, yet burdened by a peculiar dread. She believed that she was haunted by the spirits of those who had met their untimely ends at the hands of the Winchester rifles, the very weapons that had built her fortune. Guided by this fear, Sarah embarked on a strange endeavor. She began the construction of a sprawling mansion, a labyrinthine masterpiece intended to appease and confuse the vengeful spirits. The mansion, known today as the Winchester Mystery House, is a testament to Sarah's eccentricity and her relentless pursuit to evade the spirits she believed were after her. The house is a maze of oddities, a reflection of the turmoil that filled Sarah's mind. Staircases that lead to ceilings, doors that open to solid walls, secret passages, and rooms within rooms. Every detail, every twist and turn in the house was designed to baffle the spirits, to keep them lost within the walls of the mansion. But if the tales are to be believed, Sarah's efforts were in vain. Over the years, countless visitors and staff have reported eerie encounters within the mansion. Whispers in the dark, footsteps echoing in the empty halls, and apparitions appearing in the corners of their eyes. Some claim to have seen Sarah herself, forever wandering the halls of her bewildering mansion. The Winchester Mystery House is not just a place, it's an enigma, a testament to one woman's desperate attempt to escape the specters of her past. Today it stands as a popular tourist attraction, drawing in those curious to experience the uncanny energy that lingers within its walls. The Winchester Mystery House, a maze of mystery where the line between the living and the dead blurs. Nestled deep in the heart of Louisiana, the Myrtles Plantation hides a dark and gruesome past. In the late 18th century, this grand estate was a thriving plantation, its prosperity built on the backs of the enslaved. Their lives were marked by hardship and cruelty, their stories etched in the very walls of the plantation house. It is said that the echoes of their suffering resonate even today, giving rise to chilling tales of supernatural occurrences. Over the centuries, the Myrtles Plantation has been the setting for countless ghost sightings, each more spine-tingling than the last. Among the spectral figures reported, the most infamous is the apparition of a slave girl, known only as Chloe. Legend has it that Chloe was murdered on the property, her life cut short in a brutal act of violence. Chloe's restless spirit is said to wander the grounds of the plantation, her spectral figure often spotted in the reflection of a mirror in the grand hallway. Some say they've seen her wearing a green turban, her eyes filled with an eternal sadness. Others have heard her soft sobs in the dead of night, her cries echoing through the silent corridors. But Chloe is not the only ghost said to haunt the Myrtles plantation. There are tales of phantom footsteps echoing through the halls, of spectral figures drifting through the rooms, their forms barely visible in the dim light. There's the ghost of a young girl, her laughter echoing through the rooms, her small footsteps heard scampering up and down the staircase. And yet, despite the chilling tales and the eerie sightings, the Myrtles plantation continues to draw in visitors, their curiosity piqued by the promise of a brush with the supernatural. The plantation's dark past and its spectral inhabitants have become part of its allure, a chilling testament to the enduring power of its history. The Myrtles plantation, where history and horror intertwine in a haunting dance of death. In the shadow of the Rocky Mountains, the Stanley Hotel offers more than just a night's stay. Nestled in Estes Park, Colorado, this grandiose, century-old hotel whispers tales of the supernatural that send shivers down the spines of its guests. The Stanley Hotel's spectral reputation is not just a product of hearsay. It is deeply intertwined with its rich history and one particularly famous guest, the illustrious writer Stephen King. A single night's stay in room 217 was enough to inspire King's chilling masterpiece, The Shining. But what exactly transpired that night, you wonder? Guests and staff have reported numerous eerie encounters over the years. The most frequently cited apparition is that of the hotel's original owner, F.O. Stanley, who is often seen in the lobby and the billiards room, his favorite places during his lifetime. His wife, Flora, a talented pianist, is also said to haunt the hotel, with guests claiming to hear the faint melancholic notes of her piano late at night. The fourth floor, originally a cavernous attic where female staff, children, and nannies stayed, is believed to be a playground for ghostly children. Many guests have reported hearing the innocent laughter and playful running of invisible children in the hallways. And then, there's the notorious room 217. Guests who've dared to spend a night here have reported seeing a mysterious figure, believed to be the ghost of Elizabeth Wilson, a former housekeeper who was injured in a gas explosion in the very same room in the early 20th century. The hotel embraces its spectral reputation, offering nightly ghost tours that guide brave souls through its most haunted spaces. Despite the chilling tales, or perhaps because of them, the Stanley Hotel continues to attract curious visitors from around the globe. So if you're seeking a dash of thrill with your vacation, why not book a room at the Stanley? Just remember, the Stanley Hotel, where guests check in, but some never check out. From the shadowed halls of a forsaken penitentiary to the twisted corridors of a madwoman's mansion, we've journeyed through America's most haunted locales, each with its own chilling tale. Feel free to share your ghostly encounters in the comments. Remember, the next time you find yourself alone in the dark, you might not be as alone as you think.